Go ahead now. And if you wanna call me later, that's okay now. Yo! I don't know who's here. I don't know if anyone's here. But we live. We live. Hold up. Let's turn that down. Disconnect you. Beautiful. Yo, bro. What's good, Shinigami? How you doing, bro? Put this away real quick. Don't you wanna find me, baby? Go ahead now. And if you wanna buy me flowers. Was playing Resident Evil Remake while cooking dinner. That's what's up. I haven't played Resident Evil since like 4 or something like that. But sadly, Ashley died, and I need to go real quick. Thankfully, I saved the game. Going to draw once done. That's what's up. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Hold up. Let me do this real quick. For centuries, for millennia, none dare disturb my power. For 1,000 years I lay dormant, but who is it who dares disturb my slumber? Is it Ab-stract? Is it him, the one? I will see what he has to say. Yo, what's good, Kai? How you doing, bro? We got Grid in the chat. Let me toast the Grid. We got Grid, Kai, and Shinigami in the chat. Man, how y'all doing, bro? How y'all doing? Let me give you guys a quick update as far as what's been going on with me and why we haven't been seeing so many lives. Now, I know I promised after my Security Plus exam that I would be getting back to the regularly scheduled programming as far as like live every 3 days and all this other stuff, right? Guess what happened to me, y'all? Guess what happened to your boy? So shortly after getting my Security Plus certification, give me strength. I don't want to cuss. And I don't want to like crash out. I don't want to cuss on. Shortly after getting my Security Plus certification, the people that I work for elected to fire me. I didn't get sick. I'm not going to cuss. The scumbags that I work for elected to fire me for no good reason whatsoever. Not only did they fire me for no good reason whatsoever, they did not give me a 2 weeks notice. That's number one. They didn't give me any severance pay. Well, that's a half truth. They paid me out for my remaining PTO, but none of my vacation days, none of my sick days, because they're different at our company. So they didn't pay me out. They fired me with no 2 weeks notice ahead. They didn't give me a good reason as to why they fired me. And these slimy, stupid, scumbag mother effers did this right around Christmas, bro. They did this right around Christmas. And of course, this happens around the time I don't want to say struggling the most financially, but I just like paid over $6,000 to get my car's transmission done. And so that kind of ate up a lot of my savings. So these clowns end up not scheduling me for 2 weeks and then firing me. Yeah. So that's what happened, guys. And so since I got fired, I've been scrambling. And see, there's a silver lining in this too, because, you know, I'm not really religious, but hey, the Lord works in mysterious ways. When one door closes, another one opens. So of course, as I'm getting my security plus, which is a good thing, I get fired. That's a bad thing. But then the silver lining in that is that with my back against the wall, it does force me to go into overtime. Now I have to start looking for jobs. Now I have to start applying the things I've learned and start getting out there and becoming a go-getter again. So I guess that's like the positive or the silver lining in all this. Negative aspect though, bro. It was very hard to stream just because I felt like so much I gotta get done, so much I have to do. But then I did have time. So yeah, I did have time to actually make some videos for you guys though. So that's good. That's good too. The free time of me not working 8 hours a day did give me a lot of time to work on videos when I wasn't applying and when I wasn't at the gym and I wasn't at all these other places. I did get a lot of time to work on videos. So we have 2 confirmed videos done, and then we got 1 in the pipeline. 2 confirmed videos done. One of them's edited. I can drop that any day. The second one, the voice recording is done. I have to get that edited. The third one, I'm still working on. So within all this, we got 3 videos out of all this. So that's the positive. That's the positive. And so why are we back today, you ask? Ab-stract, why are you back today? You just got fired. Well, we're back today because I feel like I'm in a good spot to where I've taken care of all the groundwork. Now it's just up to me. Now it's just up to employers either reaching out to me based on my resume, because I just had an interview today that went phenomenal. Interview went phenomenal today. I don't know if I'm gonna do the job. I don't know if I'm gonna take the position. And that's primarily based because their pay wasn't what I was looking for. But the interview itself for this IT technical administrator role, that the interview went really, really good, guys. So that's a positive. Let me check the comments real quick. All right. Going to eat rice, chicken, omelet with 4 eggs and drink water, or a Finnish Christmas drink. That actually sounds good. I'm not even a meat eater, and that kind of sounded good. I'm not gonna lie. Ashley in the remake is so amazing. I legit want to save her. I do. You got sick. You know, I ain't get sick. I legit just shouted, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. It blindsided. So here's the thing, bro. Just real quick. Me getting fired the way I did, it blindsided me so badly because we were just having good conversation, but that's how corporate will do you, bro. We were just having good conversations about my direction in the company, doing more solo projects and stuff like that. And then 2 weeks after that, they put me and around like 6 other people on TBD, which is to be determined. And that usually happens around the wintertime because work slows down. So I wasn't too like shocked that happened. But then after those 2 weeks of to be determined, I get a letter. Oh, yeah, Dylan. So I gotta be able to tell you this, you're fired, this, that, and the third. This is your performance wasn't up to standard. And you know that they pull everything out of the book when you're getting fired. So now all of a sudden your performance wasn't up to standard. Other technicians are reporting. Now all of a sudden, when I only hear good things about my working technicians, now okay. Say less. Say word. So yeah, that was crazy to me though. Always found it crazy how companies want 2 weeks notice from you, but will fire you at the drop of down. Ayo, Kai, I don't know if I'll ever give a company 2 weeks again. I don't know if I'll ever do it because I've been done dirty so many times by certain companies, bro. It's just like taking the fight out of me to even do that stuff. Let me quote Daredevil real quick. No, he said, now we got to priorities come first. Facts, bro. Facts, priorities. Let me quote Daredevil real quick. God's plan to everyone is like a painting, and he sees the whole thing. But all we hear are the smudges. But all we see are the smudges and lines. Only once we reach the other side do we see the plan. That's nice. I like that proverb. I like that. I didn't say things exactly on, but you get the point. I get the point. That was nice. As a religious guy, we got Rev in the chat. Shout out to Rev. That's my boy. Let's go, Rev. Oh, Rev, I did send you something on Discord. Let me know what you think about that. Wishing you the best of luck. Can't imagine how stressful job hunting feels when it's wholly necessary. Yeah, bro. When it's wholly necessary, it's hilarious. Because like now it's like, all right, yeah, get the wheels turning. I need a job right now, right? Yeah, so yeah, definitely agree, definitely. And so like the thing is this too, guys, if I'm being as transparent as possible, I did plan on leaving the company this year, but I was going to do it right. You know what I mean? I wasn't just going to up and leave. I was going to give them 2 weeks. I was going to let them know my plan. I was going to find a job first and then leave. They just kicked me out. So this was going to happen either way this year, but maybe it happening this way is what I need to light the fire to really get into that IT field that I'm looking for. So, you know. Rev needs some suggestions when possible for one of my characters. I'm sorry that you lost your job. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ursa. All good, love. You know, things happen. In this economy, you can't tell heads from tails. It is what it is. All right. Now that we got the sob stuff out the way, let's talk about scaling. Now we got the sob stuff out of the way. Like I said, guys, I'm super excited because like I said, I'm super excited. First things first, I gotta get back into the algorithm. So expect a series of lives to help get the numbers up. Expect a series of lives to help get the watch time hours up until I can get circulated. Am I screaming at you guys? Until I can get circulated back into the algorithm. So we're going to be hitting YouTube Shorts pretty hard. And we're going to be hitting the lives pretty hard. In fact, me and Ignil are supposed to collab today. But this is just a pregame. So yeah, expect that, number one. Like I said also, I feel like I'm screaming at you guys because every time I talk, this thing keeps jumping. Yo. Okay. So yeah, expect the lives, expect YouTube Shorts. Thirdly, like I said, guys, I have 3 videos coming at you. Topic 1, the Bleach power system, a full breakdown to the best of my ability without going over 30 minutes. Because after 30 minutes, it's really, like 30 minutes is expensive, but after 30 minutes, bro, is really expensive. So as much as I could break down within that time frame and the important things I felt necessary to break down, we got a 30-minute Bleach video coming out. After that, Reiatsu Crush. We're hitting Reiatsu Crush hard. We're hitting Reiatsu. We're hitting it hard. We're talking about crossverse implications, Naruto implications, One Piece implications. Does Reiatsu Crush work crossverse? Why? Why not? What are its limitations? If it does, if it doesn't. So we hit that pretty hard. Crossverse, Soul Crush. I like that. Next video. Straw Hats versus the Soul Society. The research for Straw Hats versus Soul Society is so hard to pin down because here's the thing, guys. Luffy and the crew don't have many good feats until we're talking about after the war. If you go through One Piece, and I'm talking about from like chapter 1 up until 400 plus ish. Chapter 1 to 400 plus ish. There are not a lot of movement speed feats for the Straw Hats. They have excellent reaction time. Let's give them that. They have excellent reaction time. The Straw Hats can move out the way. They're good at that stuff. But when it comes from point A to point B in a verifiable time frame, none of them have decent movement speed at all. Not really. So that's the one thing. The second thing is actually getting down their AP. That's also been somewhat difficult, especially for Luffy. Because Luffy is in the situation. I'm going to read the chats just a minute, guys. I got y'all. Luffy is in a situation where, okay, we know Luffy is strong. We know he's powerful. But, like, how much damage does his basic punches do? And how do we know that? If y'all remember, one of the criticisms I brought up for One Piece was that, like, everyone just seems strong enough to hurt whoever they need to hurt whenever they need to hurt them. Whenever they need. Emphasis on need. Because Luffy doesn't always hurt everyone he fights. Right? But by need to hurt, I mean he'll rise to the occasion and now he can start hurting these people. But if you take a look at Luffy's first major villains, Crocodile, Buggy, Eneru, Moria, he could hurt all these people without doing it. And so, like, that kind of, it doesn't break the scaling or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't break the scaling, but it makes it a lot harder to tell, especially when Luffy, his punches aren't like, you know, putting holes in concrete. They're not bending steel. He's just punching. So it's hard to tell, like, all right, how strong are you, bro? It's hard to tell. At least for me, it is. Let me catch up with the chats. Yeah. We reading any manga today, or what scaling topic are we discussing? Yes, we are discussing. So y'all know me, man. I always like the. So there's two topics that we'll be discussing. Kind of, because like I said, Nirvana, Ignil, and me are both going to go live today. Let me see. What is it in this one? Where is it? Is it this one or is it the other one? Yeah, I wanna go over a thread that I saw on Twitter first, and then some other things. Yeah, so let me just get this pulled up while I keep reading some of the chats. Still doing Rayo versus Shibai, but college killing me. Got you, bro, got you. She done got me my phone screen blacked out of nowhere, so I haven't been active on Discord or social media in general. Oh, wow. I'll log in on PC and see if I can get into my account. Dang, what'd you do to your phone, bro? Is it going to be at good times? Can I send what I want? Damn, I was hoping it was more than 30, but I'll let you cook. More than 30. Oh. Oh, the video being more than 30. Reiatsu Crush definitely works crossverse. Got you. Also, sorry you got done like that. All good, bro. All good. Look up chakra in Naruto. It's confusing. I can do that. Without total joules, we're cooked. Do you want to read the doc at some point? All right, why is this in black? Like I set the settings to that. Then again, I did almost restart my phone, so I guess that could be it. Give me a second, y'all. Where is it? Display. Accessibility. Display. Defaults. Don't know why we'd ever be out of default, but, you know, is what it is. All right. Let me respond to that one thing you said. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. So, yeah, Ursa. Yeah, the video is only going to be about 30 minutes long, but the next video is going to be 18 minutes long. So if you watch them back to back, you'll kind of get over like 45 minutes. So, yeah. And yes, Rev, I do agree that Reiatsu or Soul Crush can work cross-verse. But there are some people who don't think so. And there are some people that think you can just resist it because I have chakra, because I have haki. So we're going to explore if having chakra or haki helps with any of these things. We're going to explore that. Without total joules, we're cooked. I mean, the thing is this. One Piece's feats just don't get impressive to me until after the war. To me. Maybe someone else can find some decent calcs and stuff. But I asked Michael, and I asked in the One Piece chat server, I said, hey, bro, is this as strong as they getting? Like multi-city block? Wait, I mean, and it works out because, like, for the captains, at least in Bleach, I'm going to have to kind of use arcs past Soul Society, but that's only because One Piece, like, literally has 250 plus chapters more than Bleach in totality, as far as, like, Soul Society arc to Enies Lobby. They have about 250 chapters more to work with. So I'm like, all right, at that point, the captains don't really have any scaling. So I have to go to later arcs and kind of backscale and get them where they would be around that time. So that's the only thing. But all right, I did see an interesting thread. I didn't read it completely, but I did see an interesting thread. And it's always the what we saw, what Bleach saw. It's always one of these ones. Hold up, let me hit this and that. All right, cool. Don't forget to like the video and share. Share and like the video. Yeah. Bleach is so totally fucked. Invisible, maybe intangible foes with abstract attacks, and then you need to survive their passive conquers. Facts. Hey, yo, what's good, Michael? What is the good word, nerds? Hey, what's good, Michael? How you doing, bro? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, man. Boy, oh boy. Give me a second. We're going to go over this and wait for Ignil to pull up. All right. So, why Bleach characters are weak? Crossverse. A thread. Threads are always fun. So he says, Reishi and Kishi are strongly related. Is that true? I would say it's true. Yeah. Reishi and Kishi are strongly related. Kishi is a vassal particle, encompassing all matter in Bleach, represented through a bounded body. Reishi is represented by an ethereal and invisible emanation, bound within the body's shape, yet not superficially refined. I don't know if I like how he's framing this so far. I don't know if I like how he's framing this so far. Reishi is represented by an ethereal and invisible emanation, bounded within the body's shape, yet not superficially defined. What does he mean by not superficially defined? Reishi would essentially just be the building blocks of spiritual phenomena, entities, things, matter. So I don't know what he would mean by not superficially defined. That's a little weird to word it. I'm not going to read do I need to? No, I'm not going to read those. All matter in Bleach world contains Reishi, allowing Shinigami and Hollows to physically walk on Earth. It also allows Shinigami to solidify the structure of Reishi within the surrounding air in order to create structures of Reishi to walk on. Okay. Do we agree with that? All matter in Bleach world contains Reishi. Yes, more or less, yes. Allowing Shinigami and Hollows to physically walk on Earth. Yes, it also allows Shinigami to solidify the structure of Reishi within the surrounding air. Okay, yeah. All good. Dense spiritual bodies can repel matter. As implied previously, it is done indirectly via their ability to interact with the Reishi within all Kishi. Reishi doesn't directly affect the physical characteristics of its vassal. It can only affect Reishi. I don't know what he means by that. Reishi Reishi doesn't directly affect the physical characteristics of its vassal. It can only affect Reishi. I don't know what he means by that. But on the other hand, Kishi is tied to Reishi. I mean, I guess if the spiritual body of a living human were to be wounded and return to its physical body would conform its shape to the inner spiritual body, Konpaku. Do we have an example of that? I don't know if we have an example of that. He said, if the spiritual body of a living human were to be wounded and return to its physical body would conform its shape to the inner spiritual body / Konpaku. I don't know if we have an example for that. Let me see what he puts here. All right, sure. Impossible. It is true that spirits with a high density, like those of the Shinigami, can be touched by ordinary humans. However, they cannot be seen. This person should not be able to see their form or hear their voice. Okay, I have no idea how that is evidence to that claim. Let's keep going though. Let's see if he has anything else with that. His next one is this one. All right, Ichigo says, ow. Stop screaming. The wounds you sustain as a Konpaku stay with you when you return to your material body. Oh, okay, nice. Though, hold up. She said the wounds you sustain as a Konpaku. Hold on, wait. When was this done? The wounds you sustain as a Konpaku stay with you when you return to your material body. You should know that by now. But you always healed them before I returned to my body. I'm sorry. I used so much of my power healing the big hole in your chest that I couldn't heal the rest of you. Okay. So this was when Grand Fisher attacked him. All right. So I would like to see, though, to what degree the wounds actually transfer. Are we talking about a whole limb or just injuries within his spiritual body? Like cuts and scrapes and bruises and stuff. I'd like to see that. Although I know he probably doesn't have anything like that. But I think that claim is okay. He says, he said, what part did he say? Yeah, if the spiritual body of a living human were to be wounded and return to its physical body would conform its shape to the inner spiritual body. Yeah, that's fine. I guess that's fair. All Reishi interacts through inherent spiritual powers like Reiatsu. All Reishi interacts through inherent spiritual powers like Reiatsu. As explained by Kenpachi, two spiritual bodies interact with each other through Reiatsu repulsion. The terms he's choosing to use are like very confusing to me personally. Like, I think I understand what he's saying. I just wouldn't word it the way he's wording it because repulsion, I don't see how that would fit. As explained by Kenpachi, two spiritual bodies interact with each other through Reiatsu repulsion. Reiatsu doesn't dictate inherent durability, as stated by Kenpachi. There are no Shinigami that have a skin as strong as steel. Arankars are the only ones with iron hard skin. Excuse me. Such repulsion dictates which spiritual body is affected by direct action. Okay, so he's using repulsion. Okay, I see how. Okay, so that is how he's using it. All right. This is funny. My video actually goes into this. Although he's taking a much different route than I would. All right, let's go back. I don't know why it did that. All right, such repulsion dictates which spiritual body is affected by direct action. In fall damage, the ground emanates Reiatsu. I don't agree with that at all. All spiritual beings are unaffected by its Reiatsu since it's too weak. So, I don't agree with everything having Reiatsu. I don't know where he's going to find evidence for that, but I do not think everything has Reiatsu. Nothing I've found has shown that to be the case, but if someone can present something, I'll definitely take a look at it. Chris said the ground emanates Reiatsu, and just like that, we're done. Yeah, no, facts. I have no idea where he got that. I'm not even gonna lie. This isn't terrible so far. It's not bad, actually. Like, aside from the what we saw versus what Bleach fans saw, because that's just like stupid as fuck to me. Because we could do this. Anyways, everything up until that point, was actually all right. I'm not gonna lie, but let's keep going. He said, in fall damage, the ground emanates Reiatsu. Never heard of that before. All spiritual beings are unaffected by its Reiatsu since it's too weak. Here's the thing. I like the headcanon of it. It makes sense. But no, that's just incorrect. But they are affected by Newton's third law, transmitted by one of the bodies, and both will receive the same amount of kinetic energy generated within a system. All right. Is he talking about under the auspice of Reiatsu interaction or Kishi on Kishi interaction? Like, what exactly is he talking about? Here, Reiatsu repulsion dictates only the first body affected by the transmission of kinetic energy. Reiatsu repulsion dictates only the first body affected by the transmission of kinetic energy. The one affected by the transmission of kinetic energy will inevitably reflect the energy back to the spiritual body that caused such kinetic energy, despite the Reiatsu mechanism. Basically, the roles get twisted, but the result is the same. I really feel like, in no disrespect, I really feel like he's saying a whole lot to say a whole little. I'm not going to lie. Kenpachi explains this. You know, it's fine. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that because you could definitely make the argument that I might do that sometimes, but I'm way more clear than this. Let me read that first part again. He says, here, Reiatsu repulsion dictates only the first body affected by the transmission of kinetic energy. Only the first body affected by the transmission of kinetic energy. Okay. The one affected by the first transmission of kinetic energy will inevitably reflect the energy back to the spiritual body that caused such kinetic energy, despite the Reiatsu mechanism. All right, so to me, that kind of that kind of ignores. Well, let me read the last part, I guess. Reiatsu alone doesn't enhance the physical power of an impact. Reiatsu alone doesn't enhance the physical power of an impact. Reiatsu only decides who is affected. The impact is caused by the inherent physical strength released by a spiritual body. Okay. The impact is caused by the inherent physical strength released by a spiritual body. Okay. So, in his world, or at least with his understanding of Reiatsu, there are two aspects, which really doesn't make sense. There's a physical side that has to do with muscles and how hard you actually punch without Reiatsu and stuff, which I guess is somewhat fair. And then there's if you use Reiatsu with this thing. But the thing is this, the minute you awaken to your spiritual powers, you're already giving off Reiatsu. You can't stop giving off Reiatsu. You can suppress it. You can try and hide it, but you're always giving off Reiatsu. Reiatsu alone doesn't enhance the physical power of an impact. So here's the thing. It's convoluted what he's saying. It's convoluted. When you understand that you're always giving off Reiatsu, when you understand that, you can't throw an attack that doesn't have Reiatsu behind it necessarily. It'll have Reiatsu to some degree. You're a spiritual being with Reiruku. That means you're giving off Reiatsu. The destruction feats done by Bleach characters are not due to sheer physical power. On the contrary, Kubo specified how Reiku and physical power play different roles in Bleach. Spiritual powers are Reishi and the ability to release Reiatsu through the wrist. They are strongly intertwined. Erasing Reiatsu implies erasing the spiritual body. So, no, that wouldn't be correct. It wouldn't be erasing Reiatsu. The only way you would get rid of your Reiatsu is to get rid of your Reiku. But then he has Reiku in parentheses here. Like that's supposed to be a... He says spiritual powers are Reishi and the ability to release Reiatsu through the wrist. When he says spiritual powers are Reishi, it's like, okay, in a sense, you're correct. Since everything spiritual comes down to Reishi, yes. But we wouldn't say it is Reishi. We would just say it's Reiku. Because that's the generator giving off the Reiatsu. Erasing Reiatsu, Reiku, right, implies erasing the spiritual body, Reishi. That's completely incorrect. Because you can be a spiritual body without Reiku. But you would still have Reiatsu. I'm sorry. You can be a spiritual body or a Konpaku without Reiku, but you would still have Reishi. So, no, that part's incorrect. Reiatsu is embedded within all physical actions generated by a spiritual body. Yes! So, wait, why did he say up there that... So, hold up. He says Reiatsu is embedded within all physical actions generated by a spiritual body. Once a physical action affects an object, its molecular bonds, if weaker, will be affected by the spiritual ability or the impact of an attack. The range is decided by the spiritual ability and Reiatsu within an attack. Okay, so he does agree to that. So why here did he say Reiatsu alone doesn't enhance physical strength if you already know Reiatsu is within every attack that you do? It's just see, this is what I mean, bro. Saying a lot to say a whole like it's convoluted to me. I don't know why people do these type of things. All good though. All good. He's trying. He's trying. All right. Is that the end of the thread? That's it? Nah, there should be more. Should be more. Nah, that's it. What? So how are Bleach characters weak cross-verse again? I didn't get the coup de grace. I didn't get the penultimate. Well, no, we got the penultimate. I didn't get the finisher. What's going on? I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what his point was in all this. He had a lot of things right, and the things he got wrong to me were kind of big things. But then again, it could just be the fact that I'm reading it and not actually hearing him say it. Okay, though. I agree. He's pulling more specific details out of the Kenpachi thing to a point where he's making unique, unsubstantiated claims about specifics. Yeah. Like, I have no problem with digging deep. Right? But the whole point of this clash with Kenpachi and Ichigo is to demonstrate that the weaker... is to demonstrate that the person giving off less or weaker Reiatsu can scarcely damage the person giving off more. I've never met anybody whose eyeballs and throat could stand up to steel. Yeah. It sounds like less I spent time to proofread and more of let me sound smart using words. Yeah. Ab-stract, it is bad. It's the building blocks of his premise. If anything there is definitively wrong, it fundamentally deforms the entire point. I can give you that, bro. I can give you that, Grid. Yeah, and the fact that we didn't get an ending to the thread was kind of weird too. He never said why Bleach characters are weak cross-verse. I was waiting for that. That's the shit I wanted to see. I was like, oh, bet we got a thread to read on screen tonight. It's all right. And he didn't respond to this guy. Yeah, I don't know what the point of this was if he wasn't going to like finish it. We got Nirvana Ignil in the chat. What's good, bro? Will we still live today? Yes, we will. Whenever you're ready, bro. I was just doing a pre-show warm-up. I'm ready whenever you are. Naruto scaling and gathering evidence and arguing are like detectives in badly written thrillers where they just ask pull evidence and explanation with no background. See, but like the thing is, Shinigami, this wasn't... See, when most people try and, I guess, debunk things about Bleach to make it in a bad light, it's wrong mainly because they have an agenda affixed to their theories. It's wrong because they have an agenda affixed to their positions. If he were to do this non-biasly and look at the information objectively, I'm not saying he would have gotten to Bleach characters a weak cross-verse. That's impossible. That's literally impossible. But he would have did a lot better with the information because you have to twist certain things and bend them to your viewpoint to get the right like scaling agenda that you want. And that's essentially what he was doing here. Either that or just taking the information and reading a little too fast. Separating a Konpaku into physical power in Reiatsu would be akin to separating a planet from its gravitational field. Yeah, exactly. That too. That too. Like, here's the thing. I understand what he's talking about. Like, oh, if you use an attack without Reiatsu, stop right there. Reiatsu is always flowing or you're dead. Reiatsu is always being generated, coming out of your body, or you are dead. I didn't say it. Check my Uri. I didn't say that. That's my Uri. You can take it up with him. Head of research and development. Yeah, I didn't say that. So yeah, I get the sentiment of physical power. No, you're always using Reiatsu. Depending on how much you're using can affect that thing. Depending on how much is coming out from a certain area can affect that. But no, you're always using Reiatsu. There's no, and then he said the whole thing. Hold up, what did he say here? He said something about if you don't have Reiatsu, Reidoku, you don't have a Reishi body. Totally incorrect. Don't know where he got that one from. Where is it at, bro? Yeah. Where is that? Yeah, he says spiritual powers are Reishi and the ability to release Reiatsu through the wrist. They are strongly intertwined. Erasing Reiatsu / Reidoku implies erasing the spiritual body. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. You don't need Reidoku to have a Kanpaku because we understand that not all beings in the verse have Reiatsu. We understand this. I prove that in the video as well. Although it's not really a hard thing to prove. All you gotta do is read Bleach. All you gotta do is read the series. Separating a Konpaku. Yeah. The premise is inherently wrong. Yes. Yeah, bro was lost in headcanon land. What's the argument? Yeah, yeah, he was just... So I don't know his argument because he didn't complete it. This was his topic. He says why Bleach characters are weak cross-verse, but this doesn't really present an argument. This is just yapping. Yeah, this is like... He didn't have a coup de grace. He didn't finish anything. This was just kind of yapping. Excuse me, guys. Reiatsu doesn't enhance strength. Already at first place. What's going on? Hey, yo, Ig. Hey, yo, tell him, Ig. What y'all doing in there, bro? Like the video, like the stream, hit that like button. Come on. Bleach characters don't have skin as hard as steel, amongst other things, Ignil. Funny enough, Bleach has cross-verse exploration in universe. Yeah. I think the argument he's making is that Bleach characters only scale to their physical strength, and everything else is unique interaction between Reiatsu and Reishi interact, and thus doesn't scale. See, but Grid, the thing he's missing is that Reishi and Reiatsu have no, and I said this to Luna Ursa, Reishi and Reiatsu have no problems imposing on the physical world. If that was his argument, and he was like finding evidence to where, oh look, Reiatsu can only do this to this thing, to this type of thing, then you'd have something. But that's not how it works. Reiatsu in all facets has no problem imposing on the physical world, right? Ichigo slicing up a building, he's using Reiatsu in his Shinigami body. No problem slicing up a physical building. Like you would have to get that like premise out the way first. Reiatsu affecting physical things. You would have to get that out the way first. It doesn't matter anything else that you're trying to prove. Who is calling me? Give me a second, y'all. Hello?
Hi, this is Nuna with Voice Search. Is this DLM Masters?
No, it is not. I don't know why these spammers calling me. All right. Like saying Green Lanterns are humans who wear rings, so the rings don't scale crossverse, laugh my ass off. Exactly, bro. Genuinely, it's just a roundabout way to say Aizen is impressed by God tiers being able to smash mountains with their physical strength, and thus all non-God tiers cap under that. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's funny because it's the same thing that happened to me when someone argued Bleach has many plot holes. Deus ex machina, plot contrivances per arc. Everybody got on his ass, and he resorted to Bleach fans can't take criticism. Crazy. I'll be ready in like 30 to 40 minutes. Gotcha, bro. Are we going to use the live stream or make a new one? Good question. Well, you know what, bro? We got, Ig, we got to find a way to like dual live stream. I think there's a way we can do it. I just don't know how. I just don't know how. We have to find a way to dual live stream, though. But we had the last collab on my channel, so I do not mind going over to your channel. We can definitely do that. I blame the Bleach wiki for this. Every time I hear someone cite the idea that everyone has Reiatsu, it comes from there. Like, all you have to do is read the series to find out not everyone has Reiatsu. Not everything has Reiatsu. Does everything have Reishi? Yeah. But not everything that has Reishi has Reiatsu. Read Bleach, bro. And see, it's funny because when people say, "Oh, you Bleach fans always say read Bleach." Yeah. Yes. 90% of your problems would be solved if you but read the series that you're talking so much shit about. 90% of your problems would be solved if you but read the series to understand it and not to make false narratives, headcanons, and agendas against it. It's literally crazy. Screw spam calls. Facts, bro. That's more of the fan page's issues than anything. Too many people can just come up and put whatever. He addressed that in the first tweets, where he claims all matter in Bleach has Reishi, fundamentally incorrect. Take that contradicts the idea that, as stated, Reishi is a different kind of matter. All right, wait, what part? I can't live stream yet. I only have my phone, so it would be dead if I live stream. Oh, okay. Then yeah, bro. We can do it on this one. I don't mind. We can do it on this one, and I'll probably just keep this going, and we can do a Discord call. Oh yeah, I have to figure out how we did that last time, but we'll figure it out. All right, Grid said he addressed that in the first tweets, where he claims all matter in Bleach has Reishi. Now, so interestingly enough, real quick, hey Grid, give me your reasons for why you don't believe that part is true, because that part. The all matter in Bleach having Reishi, that part I can get behind because we know the sky has it. We know telephone poles have it. If they have souls, the souls themselves would be made out of Reishi because that's spiritual matter. So I get that part. Explain your discontent with that statement though, if you could, Grid. Why don't you believe all matter has at least Reishi within it? And I can unlink this because we're done. All right, if we're going to be waiting for about 30 to 40 minutes for Ig, I guess I can give you guys a preview of what I've been working on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. So this is the, real quick, guys, this is the video that I've been working on. Straw Hats versus for Straw Hats versus Soul Society. So I kind of want to make this one like almost a narrated movie or like a narrated scene, but also adding the power scaling elements within it. So we got, Nico Robin at the market. Oh, look, I found you, Nico Robin. Hell Butterfly is left behind where she was taken by the Soul Reapers. The crew goes to Urahara shop. They're gonna rescue Robin. Luffy takes them all down there. We got Renji versus Zoro. Oh, can't give y'all that. Too much. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it though. But hey, that's the video that I'm working on now. I'll probably hopefully I can finish that tomorrow. We'll see how that goes though. Excuse me. All right. Light particles have it as well. Well, I think not all things have Reiatsu because not all things have Reiruku. But what does or doesn't have Reiruku? Well, no. I'm saying that all things should have Reishi, right? Because we understand if all things have souls, and souls are made of Reishi, which is the spiritual building blocks of matter, right? Then all things should have Reishi within them. If everything has a soul, and souls are made of Reishi, then everything should have Reishi within it. This does not mean they give off Reiatsu, though. I don't believe that. Wait till they find out every Reiatsu is unique to the user with unique vibrations, colors, and densities. Right. I figure all things have some small amount of Reiruku too, but not enough to generate significant, albeit still little Reiatsu. See, I could get behind that more than what he was proposing, right? You're saying that yes, if everything has a soul, then everything would give off a little bit of Reiruku, which would mean they give off a little bit of Reiatsu. Only thing is, there are 2 instances in the series to where someone says, well, I'll just pull it up. We'll do this. We'll do this. Y'all know I do this in real time, right? Y'all know I do this in real time, right? Excuse me. Shit. That's the only thing about going live, bro. My voice always gets raspy. Come on, man. Why are you embarrassing me my first live back? This is crazy. Let me load, bro. Let me load. I'm demi low. Come on. Yes, thank you. God damn. All right. Oh boy, this thing is like slow. This thing is really slow. Is it me? Is it the Wi-Fi? The BB? The hee? Come on, bro. Dang, you gonna do me like that on my first stream back. That's crazy, blood. That's crazy, gang. That's wild, 5. That's messed up, Slim. That ain't right, Slime. That's fucked up, cuh. All right, come on. I'll just go here. I'll try and find it the slow way. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to address the comments right after I pull this up. So I'm looking for instances where we're told people don't have, or things or people don't have Reiatsu. Because I do this in real time. If I remember, it should be around for Ichigo. Chapter 68. No. That's right. It'll be closer to where he loses his powers. So if the soul size starts at 101, we're looking at like maybe 90 or 89. Although that might be Kukaku Shiba's house. Little off. So we're looking at 79 maybe. Okay, not 79. This is the first time it's taken me more than 3 tries to find the relative area where something is. Oh my God. Maybe I don't do this in real time, guys. Maybe I'm a fraud. Maybe I'm not like that. Wait, was it not? Didn't I go to 68 though? I thought I went to 68, but okay. All right, does he have his powers back yet, bro? What? Okay, so he's already done training. All right, so I was way too ahead. Sorry about this, guys. Taking longer than I thought. Let's go to the 50. I mean, like 64. Okay, cool. Here we go. So we gotta go back like maybe a chapter or two. Come on. That's crazy because I did say 62, but I just thought I was off too much. All right. Instances where Reiatsu is stated to not be within something or something not having it, yada, yada, yada. Y'all get it. Okay. Shattered shaft. Come on, come on, come on. Boy, oh boy. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so yeah. Here, Kisuke tells Ichigo, now you're just a regular disembodied spirit from a regular human with no spiritual powers. And we understand Reiruku is spiritual powers. He has no spiritual powers. What does our second reference say? Oh, we still not loading. This thing acting rebellious. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to get to all the comments. I don't know why this is like faking on me, bro. Because I know Grid responded to me. I know Rev might not agree with something I said. And I know Michael has questions. All right, where we at? Okay, well, let's just... oh, wait, that's going up. Which chapter was that? 59? All right. Oh, wait, why is this colored? I don't want the colored one. 。 . . 。. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . Damn, bro. God, I apologize, guys. This is crazy. Why is this thing embarrassing me, bro? Come on, let's go. All right. Okay, fuck it. I was trying to show you guys both iterations of what was said, but we just saw Kisuke say he has no spiritual power there. Now, if I'm to estimate, Grimmjow and the other Arrancar. Where'd my other one go? Okay. This is actually crazy. Anyways, F it, bro. If that's 59, Grimmjow and his forces should be tacking around, was it 216? Close, a little further back. Hiyori, he just gets attacked. So we're looking at least at 209. To where they should, yeah, there we go. See, guys, I still do this. I've redeemed myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 204. Beautiful. So let's go to where Grimmjow says what he says. All this to prove that everyone doesn't have Reiatsu, or not everything has Reiatsu. This is actually crazy. I apologize, guys. This is actually crazy. I feel like I'm being a bad host. All right, we've located them. Let's go. No, not that part. Not that part. One chapter before. Okay, cool. Here it is. They come out of Garganta. Grimmjow says, we see Grimmjow tell us, right? Just as I thought, there are a bunch of them. Grimmjow says, where does he say? If they have any spiritual pressure at all. Sorry it took me so long to find that. If they have any spiritual pressure at all. Kill them. Spare no one. And we see the humans in Karakura Town who have spiritual pressure. Right? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people about have spiritual pressure. 12 people have spiritual pressure. Sorry it took so long to find that shit. That was embarrassing. Let's me catch up to the comments. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wait till I find out. Oh, yeah, I read that. Okay, Kisuke claims Kishi and Reishi are completely different, but mirroring kinds of atoms. Thus, it would be remise to claim that all Kishi interacts. All Kishi constructs contain Reishi. Kisuke claims Kishi and Reishi are completely different, but mirroring kinds of atoms. Thus, it would be, I'm just going to say wrong to claim that all Kishi constructs contain Reishi. So then, my question for you then, Grid, is, and I think Rev might answer this, so don't jump the gun if he does answer this. What is the soul constituted of? Would the soul not be constituted of Reishi? Don Kanoji. Ab-stract, you ever thought about collaborating with other skills like Six, Tylearn, Crisis, etc.? I don't know Six, unless you're talking about the Six that makes Naruto content. I don't know him personally. We've talked like twice on Twitter, but I don't know him personally. Tylearn, I don't know Tylearn. Who's Tylearn? Let me see. Oh, you know what I get? Guys, you know what it is? I have so many goddamn tabs open. I'm a tab hoarder. That is my biggest character flaw. I do hoard tabs. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's a problem, all right? I'm going to therapy for it. Okay. You said Ty Learn in Crisis. Yeah, it's definitely all these tabs. This is actually crazy. Let me delete some of these. This is actually crazy. Data center technician, structured cabling. Yeah, that's why my shit's moving all goofy. Versus Battle Wiki. Target. Help desk. Glass doors. I don't really be using glass doors. Cyborg Frankie pose. Don't need my LinkedIn right now. Each go full body pick. Pause. Not what you think. Pause. 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 Not what you think. Not what you think. If you were thinking nasty. All right. Okay, Gene Fox, you didn't give me any like thing to go off of, so I'm just gonna type in their names and then anime and see what comes up. Hopefully I find them. That's Tyler. Okay, can't find Tyler, but that's okay. Maybe you can type their like full YouTube thing in there, then I can look. Then you said Crisis. Maybe I should type in Naruto. Yeah, let me see. Crisis Naruto. Back. Yeah, Gene, just type in their full things and I'll check out their channels. I'm not, what's the word? I'm not closed off to collaborating with anybody, to be honest. Yeah, I could definitely collab with some people. Revenant says, I agree with Grid. Okay, Don Kanoji doesn't have Reiruku. Don Kanoji definitely has Reiruku. He can see spirits. Ab, example would be, there could be a waterfall. There could be a waterfall in Soul Society and the world of the living. God damn, hold up. Excuse me. Apologies. Grid says there could be a waterfall in Soul Society and the world of the living. They look identical, but when analyzed molecularly, one would be entirely Kishi and the other entirely Reishi. All right, so then the question depends on then what do we think the soul is made of? What do we think constitutes the soul? Is it some ethereal thing that isn't neither Kishi nor Reishi? Because then I could get behind it. But if we're saying the soul has even a little bit of Reishi in it, the claim wouldn't be wrong. But I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying. Ab-stract drinking grapefruit juice. I kind of disagree with you on the Reishi stuff a bit. Okay. Souls don't contain Reishi necessarily. They're made up of Reishi, just as humans are made up of atoms. But you wouldn't say we are atoms. I mean, if you want to break it down to its most fundamental parts, you could, though. You could say we're atoms. You could. Sando, all materials have souls. Yes, but those souls, the one Fullbringers can manipulate, are not Reishi. Reishi is matter. What resides in all things is the soul referred to as Tamashi. Oh, you know what? Yo, Grid, you know your shit, bro. Oh my God. Hey, Rev, do you remember I sent you a video not too long ago? Yeah, hey, I think you're right, Grid. Hey, bro, we're gonna watch that video. Maybe not tonight, but we're gonna watch the video. Because to me, that's why Bleach characters can universally harm each other. That the Quincy used Reiatsu generated from the Reishi they absorb and enslave the Reiruku from. So do all materials have souls. Could you ha solo all of the main JoJo villains? I wish. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be starting JoJo, so we're going to do that. Back chat. In my opinion, Dorsey, yes. Gotta bounce early. See you guys. Take it easy, Michael. Soul, tamashi, soul, konbaku, and spiritual matter, reishi, are not all the same thing. And all things have tamashi and thus memory. Ah, yes. Hey, good shit. Good shit. Okay, cool. So then, no, not everything has reishi within it. How does this impact my video? It doesn't impact my video at all, actually. But yeah, hey, good shit. Reading is fundamental. Fun to mental. Ursa says, is that absolutely zero Reiku or just not enough Reiku to be usable as Reiatsu? See, Kisuke says, what was that, chapter 53, y'all? Why is this Naruto, bro? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. Okay. All right. Oh, these aren't numbered, bro? These better be numbered. Oh, they're not numbered. They don't have the titles with them. Or maybe the thing's not loaded properly. No. A little further. All right. Okay, so I have the wrong translation. He says the same thing here, but in one of the translations, he tells Ichigo he's now a disembodied soul with no spiritual powers whatsoever, is what he says to him. But it's okay because I can't find it. All right, I'm gonna have to pull it up after the stream is done. Grid says, Ursa says, an ordinary human soul without no spiritual power. Why would we interpret it to mean low rather than none when nothing suggests otherwise? Revenant says, Kai, Abbott Elementary reference. Also, Geen says, if you have spiritual power, you get hungry. There is no specification on amount. It's just having it. I agree. It would logically follow that of that consort, food to energy. Hey, Grid, I need you to type a little bit better, bro. In a similar way humans must do, that if you have even a little bit of spiritual power, you must eat eventually. True, I agree. More of an Eddie Griffin reference, got you. Ab-stract hoards tabs like grandma's hoard napkin. Knickknacks, like shit. Hey, what's good, Nick? How you doing, bro? We know Ab's Bankai. He instantly opens millions of tabs showing all internet down. Hey, yo, talk about a DDoS attack. That's a fact, bro. I generally don't want Naruto scaling my verse. Man needs his reading glasses. I really do, bro. Why? Thank you for telling me late, Kai. God damn it. Y'all just like to sit here and let my eyes go bad. Swear to God. Worst fans I've ever come into contact with. Y'all just let me sit here, yap for an hour. Don't care about my eyes, man. All right. Hey, Neon Animatrix. Neon Animatrix. All right. Neon, tell me your real profile name. Cause I swear to God, they've changed everyone's. Like I recognize Kai's, I know Nick's, I know Luna Ursa's, Revenants, and Grids. Neo, was your name always Neo Matrix? Or is this somebody else? Or I'm sorry, are you using a different thing? The souls in Bleach are made up of small gummies and gems. That's why I agree with Grid, LOL. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Grid, in Bleach, everyone has Reiku, right? No, everyone does not have Reiku. Ab-stract, I'm telling your wife. Hey, chill, bro, chill. Laugh my ass off. Well, if it's none whatsoever, then it's none. So Aizen isn't a soul. He needs no fob, I guess. But yeah, no, not everyone has Reiku in Bleach, no. Damn, yo. Y'all about to make me hop in my bag, bro. I feel like posting this video. I swear to God, I feel like posting this video. But I gotta get back into that algorithm because I've been going for too long. think my mom wears contacts sometimes. I figured you was grown enough to keep your eyes safe. Facts. All right. In the meantime, while we're waiting for God, Ignil, we do have a video from a AAAP community member. Let's go watch that because I told him I'd watch it on stream. So let's get that out the way. And let me grab my headphones for that. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh. I'll be right back. Tamash. All right. Okay, cool. Let me go here. Like the stream, share the video. Yeah. Come on, Discord, don't do this to me. Come on, Discord, load, please. Load, don't do this to me. You're embarrassing me. This is my first stream back. Don't do this to me. Discord, I will whoop someone's ass. Do not do this to me. Not tonight. You gonna make me do it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh yeah, I probably should watch this too. We'll see. We'll see. We'll get into it maybe. All right, where was I? We were gonna watch. Did he put it in the advertising one? Content promo. Let's see. Nope. My video was last. So you must have put it in One Piece. Or was it general? Yes. Here we go. All right. So this is from Sage. Sage is the guy that made that one Luffy scale video, if you guys remember from a few months ago. Close those tabs. Hey, yo, y'all gotta chill, man. Chill. I be needing all this stuff. I be needing all of it, bro. We got ChatGPT. We got my resume up here. We got my labs over here. I think this is Udemy. Yeah, this is Udemy. We got New Ways Exorcist, Naruto, One Piece, Twitter, some Reddit thing about Dodeki so I could find Dodeki. Discord, YouTube, Hunter x Hunter, might need that one day. The dictionary, love the dictionary. BandLab, Indeed, One Piece again. Cables, Calcs, Target, Glassdoors, Google, my twin brother's resume, and YouTube. I need all this stuff, guys. Oh shit. All right. Neo. Wait, let me make sure I'm reading this right. Neo Animatrix 23 has entered the chat under the guise of Chaos, Spirit of the Age. Or is it Spirit of the Wrath? Chaos Age, Spirit of the Wrath has entered the chat. What's good, Brody? Nice to see you too. All right, let me go back up, read this, and catch up. No, Grid says, no, the vast majority of people have no spiritual power whatsoever, whether they be souls or living humans. Facts. Good man. Imagine if Naruto's goalpost to now claiming Bleach fans are fodder because they can't sustain themselves through grass alone. That would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be funny as shit. Loki being translated to English makes Bleach way harder to understand. It does. It makes it way more complicated. Kind of like Ichibe's 1,000 miles versus 10,000 ri translation. Correct. Soul, tamash, not to be confused with soul pluses, not to be confused with soul konpaku, not to be confused with spiritual body, reitai, not to be confused with spiritual matter, reishi. God damn. Yeah. 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 Professor Grid, bro. Grid could teach a class in this shit. Probably. So could Rev. I read Tamash and I imagine Damashi from Mortal Kombat. Fight me, Ab-stract. Why you want to fight me? Even Viz constantly translates Reiku and Reiatsu back and forth as spiritual energy and spiritual pressure for no reason. Yeah, that's probably the most annoying part. They'll just say spiritual energy and it'll mean both. And you got to kind of figure out with through context which one they're fucking talking about. That shit is annoying. I'm in the middle of heating up some pie. Do y'all until I'm back. Got you, bro. With a Dark Force statement. The Dark Force. Dark Force. Yo, Ab-stract, just that many times. Weak sauce. I have 65 tabs up here. Hey, Shinigami, bro. You're lightweight, bro. You're lightweight. Before I just closed those ones, you would not have even wanted to see what I had around 2 weeks ago, bro. Because my fiance came over and said, why do you have all these tabs open? I was like, I need all these tabs. She's like, no, you don't. And then she started closing them for me. It gets bad over here. 65 is light work, bro. I understand these concepts with just the English translation because of how Kubo illustrates the manga. I always knew that souls and souls were different because of things like soul cleansing. That's true. Yeah. I'll say that. If in the very beginning you were paying like hella attention to how Kubo was distinguishing, like for example, when Aizen was able to pull the Hogyoku deep from Rukia's soul, or even how Masaki and Ishin had their souls binded or merged, but they themselves were still regular people, but their souls merged. Which actually, real quick too, just a side tangent on that. Crazy theory of mine. The reason Ichigo actually has both of their powers is not because they're two individuals that had sex. Right? Let's be mature here. The reason he has all of their mixtures is because when White bit Masaki and the Hollow started to bond with her soul, Ishin had to introduce himself in her soul as well. Their souls melded together. That's what gave Ichigo all his powers. It's not as simple as just having sex. So Kubo is talking about sex on a cosmic level. Brother. Kubo is talking about spiritual sex. Man, oh man. See, it takes some high level. Never mind. It's okay. Let me keep reading. Yeah. I agree. Grid says to Rev, I agree. There's a difference if you read it with any intention to understand. The problem is most people speed read the manga/comic medium and thus don't understand. True. The idea of the same word being used for different meanings is something most English readers don't catch for some reason. I can see that. But my mom complained about my tabs open at some point. I closed some tabs. I have 500 tabs open on my phone. 500? Actually, I might have had around that much too. Because I literally just did a deep cleansing of my tab. Like, hold on, look at this shit, bro. I think I have around 200 now. Oh, no. So I have like 120. Don't know if you can see, but I have like 125 tabs right now, bro. But this was after a deep, like, hour cleansing of all the tabs I wasn't using or didn't need, bro. So I definitely probably had around that much too. Okay. Damn, I be having over 500 tabs up, and that's not counting the other browsers. And I had way more than before. That's hilarious. All right. Now that we're caught up, let's watch Sage's video. Like I said, guys, if you don't remember Sage, he is a triple AP scaler within the community as well. He's in the Discord. Let's see. You cook, twin. We should be debunking Moon Naruto because then not being uni is obvious. He's back. Really solid vid. It'll be interesting to see what the counter arguments are going to be. Counter arguments have ranged from equal Appeal to reality fallacy. To Naruto's punches are millions of times stronger than his tailed beast bombs. In my experience, debating this topic, that is an insane statement. Naruto's punches are a million times stronger than his tailed beast bomb. You can exit the conversation after that. Nothing else needs to be said. If anyone genuinely believes that, then then Ab-stract has no business in being in a conversation with that individual. Oh my God, that shit is good. All right, let me put this away. Let me starting up. Okay. Let's do it, y'all. Let's see what my boy talking about. Oh yeah, let me do testing.
In 2018 and 2019, the main Naruto meta was solar system, based on Kaguya's dimensions having stars in certain scans. Nowadays, Naruto proponents will try to argue that Naruto
Can we hear? Can we hear? How's the volume?
based on multiple different
How's the volume, y'all? Can we hear? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. How we doing? How we doing?
statements and showings.
Can we
In
hear?
this
Can we
video,
hear?
I'll attempt to debunk what I believe to be the three main arguments for Uni Naruto. The first one is the most basic one, and it posits that Kaguya's dimensions are universal in size.
Volume, mic check, mic check. How we doing? Oh, I'm lagging like that? I can't be lagging like that. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta free up some of my computer memory. I can't be lagging like that. That's embarrassing. Nah, let me keep that, I guess. All right, we're gonna be deleting more tabs. I can hear much better. Turn it up a bit. Got you. Oh wait, no, for you guys, it would be this one. Properties, not properties. Advanced properties. Up. It is actually on the highest it can go. But that was when the volume was down. Let me see if I turn it up for you guys. Or let me see what this volume is for you guys. Suggest 1.5 speed. Hear you well. Okay. Well, it's only 7 minutes. We'll play it in regular speed because I want him to get the watch hours and the watch time too. But all right, let's get into it. Yeah, my shit be lagging, bro.
Back in 2018 and 2019, the main Naruto meta was solar system, based on Kaguya's dimensions having stars in certain scans. Nowadays, Naruto proponents will try to argue that Naruto is Uni, based on multiple different statements and showings. In this video, I'll attempt to debunk what I believe to be the three main arguments for Uni Naruto. The first one is the most basic one, and it posits that Kaguya's dimensions are universal in size, and that she created them and that she was going to destroy them. Therefore, she scales to Uni, and Naruto scales to her, therefore Naruto also scales to Uni. The second one was popularized by somebody named Amaterasu, or the Transcendent One, on TikTok.
Oh my
He
gosh.
claims
Yo, that guy, bro. That guy has a, oh my gosh, man. I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, if you know him or not. He is one of the core people that be spreading disinformation, in my opinion. Whole lot of disinformation from that guy.
That since Kaguya was warping entire spacetimes, she would scale to uni. The third and final one is sometimes a uni argument, but sometimes also a multiversal argument. And this one was popularized by Noodles. He claims that the Road to Ninja movie is canon, and that in the Road to Ninja movie, the limited Tsukuyomi creates an entire new universe and transports Naruto and Sakura there. Since the infinite Tsukuyomi would be a much larger scale version of that, he says that it can even be scaled to multiversal. The first and most popular argument, as I said, is the argument that Kaguya's dimensions are uni in size, and that she was going to destroy them, therefore she scales to uni, and since Naruto scales to her, he would also scale to uni. Rather than getting into semantic word games over the Japanese translation, or arguing over the canonicity of the Naruto Storm games like most people will do when it comes to this debate, I'll actually grant, for the sake of the argument, that Kaguya's universes were in fact universe-sized, and that she did create them, and that she was going to destroy them in one attack. And I will argue, despite
He giving them everything.
that this still wouldn't get her to universal AP. First, I must establish what is being referred to by AP in the context of power.
See, I like this. Well, see, it's twofold. I like this in the fact that if the argument is that Naruto is universal AP, cool. We can grant you that. Sure. Have the dimensions. Have blowing them up. But when we get right down to it, what is AP again? Let them know, Sage.
Scaling. When somebody says that a character has XAP, almost all of the time, and by almost all the time, I mean I haven't seen a single instance where this isn't the case. That person is referring to, well, this character has, let's say, country AP, and the character that I think this guy beats has mountain level durability. Well, therefore, my character with country level AP can damage and probably one-shot the character with mountain level durability. Okay, so what's being referred to by AP? The capability to damage. The problem that this creates for the Naruto uni meta is that capability to damage is not measured in total destructive capacity or total joules. What is it measured in?
Hey, real quick, because he's cooking right now. One thing I'm going to say. Tomorrow's stream, what day is tomorrow? Today's Monday. All right, if I'm not doing anything tomorrow, guys, tomorrow's stream is going to be about scaling. Tomorrow's stream, and I've been meaning to do this because it's almost time for me to start reading Boruto again, and I have to make some things clear. Tomorrow's stream is going to be about scaling. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it. But he's cooking. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds so we don't stop his cipher though, because he's cooking.
Durability. Okay, so what's being referred to by AP? The capability to damage. The problem that this creates for the Naruto uni meta is that capability to damage is not measured in total destructive capacity or total joules. What is it measured in? It's measured in a combination of joules per standardized volume and impact surface area. But generally speaking, what's really going to be relevant for this debunk is joules per standardized volume, so I'll stick to that. What's the joules per standardized volume going to be for Kaguya's expanding truth seeking orb? Well, it's going to be really bad, because the whole point of the attack is that it was going to expand to the size of the space-time in order to destroy it, which completely eviscerates the joules per standardized volume of the attack. Meaning, even if it does destroy the universe, since it was also the size of the universe, the attack does not have the attack potency of a universal attack.
Exactly
The
so.
same point of contention goes for Amaterasu's arguments as well. Because even though Kaguya, granting what he's saying, would be warping an entire universe, well, that would be energy spread across that whole universe, which makes the attack extremely unimpressive. The point that I'm making is actually directly demonstrated in the instance that Amaterasu brings up. Because even though Kaguya is applying, supposedly, universe-busting energy to these space-times, somehow the air, the gas, right? The rocks, everything, none of it is destroyed. Why? Because at a standardized volume level, right? Let's say each cubic centimeter does not receive enough energy for it to be destroyed. And the same would go for any fictional character that you try to pit Kaguya against. Let's say you're pitting her against Sukuna, right? If Sukuna were to experience this attack, why should I believe that despite the fact that the rocks aren't destroyed, somehow Sukuna, who's gonna be scaling to town level at least, probably, from what I've seen at least, why should I believe that he's going to be damaged by this supposedly universal AP attack? He's not, because it's not universal AP.
This is beautiful.
At best, it's universal total joules.
This is beautiful.
Granting everything that Amaterasu's saying. And even then, that's where most of the community will come in and make points of contention. Now, when I brought this up to Naruto...
So, if it is the case that the TSO requires every bit of the AoE to destroy the universe, then why should we believe that it can even defeat a town level fighter, a continental level fighter? Why should we believe that? Beautiful question. He also brings a good point, and I actually mentioned this in the debate when I had with Davs. The air around the TSO wasn't being erased or destroyed. Nothing was happening to the space around the TSO. It wasn't getting warped. Nothing was happening. It was absolutely fine. Beautiful video. This is great.
Fans, this is usually where they'll kind of accept what I'm saying and then say, well, okay, but what if Kaguya just takes this universe warping energy that she outputs with her own chakra and just condenses it down into a normal attack? And my response to that would be, first of all, prove she can do that.
That's my response to it too. Why are we assuming people, like, when people see anime characters fight and interact, do they just assume that every attack is the same thing, that every move is the same thing? Oh, I can take the technique that I used to create this space and put it into attack and it'll hurt you. Where'd you get that when your previous attacks are doing nothing? For example, take Kaguya's vacuum punches that punched the Susanoo. Why wasn't the Susanoo and Sasuke exploded to all fucking hell and kingdom come by those attacks? Maybe because they only had enough AP to damage the Susanoo. With multiple strikes, that is too. Not just one, multiple strikes. Like, the idea that, for example, take the girl from Black Clover who has reality manipulation or whatever with the cat. Right? When the cat touches you, it can manipulate reality. Imagine putting that into an attack. Because that's essentially what you're saying. Oh, the energy it would take to do this. Why can't I just put that into attack? You realize these are two different attacks with two different properties with two different things. And then can you prove that you can actually do that? Can you prove that she can actually do that? That'd be the thing for me with these power scalers, bro. Oh, Kaguya can just no. Show me Kaguya can do it. Your burden, not mine.
It's not been demonstrated that she can do that. And second of all, this would actually go against the narrative from what we've seen. For example, why can't Naruto use the chakra that he puts into a giant Rasengan and use it in a normal Rasengan? Would that attack not just be more potent? Is Naruto just really stupid?
And he's exactly right again. This would also go against the narrative of the series, the narrative of the series. This would also go against the narrative of the series. At least for some attacks in this. Some attacks, right? We understand that the Rasengan does get stronger with more chakra. And with other factors too, but more chakra, of course, would also make the Rasengan stronger. I'm sorry, bigger.
Or maybe when you put more chakra into an attack, it grows bigger, like what we've seen from tailed beast bombs, for example. There's no basis to say that Kage is going to magically take all this energy and condense it into one tiny attack. That's just not been demonstrated at all. Last and most certainly least, I'll be looking at the multiversal argument based on the infinite Tsukiyomi supposedly transporting the people under its genjutsu into new dimensions based on a filler movie. Well, Noodles will argue that it's not filler, but let's look at what the actual series shows from the infinite Tsukiyomi. When people are put under the infinite Tsukiyomi genjutsu, they remain within the normal Naruto world, and they're turned into Zetsu. No, they don't go to a different dimension, and that alone is enough to debunk the whole argument.
That's hilarious.
Literally don't need anything else.
That's hilarious. Good video. Absolutely right. Very nice. Yeah, man, I can't wait till tomorrow's stream. Because we're going to talk about scaling. I swear to God, guys, every time I be getting into my bag, though, it feels like I'm picking on Naruto. Well, no, I only say that because that's how it could come off. But I'm actually doing this for a reason. Because tomorrow, like I said, I want to start getting into Boruto again. So, gotta start getting into Boruto. Okay, where we at? The same problem with world meaning creation, aka universe, and world as in planet. This word plagues scalers left miles of facts. Grid, my RAM is just fine. Don't even worry about it. Or world as for social. Dope, it works. I can hear. Nice. I think you can scale her ETSO and her maximum output vacuum fist to her creation since they're stated to be her strongest techniques. Tangentially in the fourth data book, but that's it. So you think you can scale her ETSO and her maximum output vacuum fist to her creations. So are you saying that her creating a universe, the energy she uses to create a universe is the same energy she's also putting in the vacuum fist? You're saying those scale together? Kage was threatened by 5 people. She does not scale to solar. Imagine Tsukiyomi by name is a dream world. Like shit. Road the Ninja is canon. It's such a weird stance to have, in my opinion. Naruto mentions having KCM in that movie. Are we legitimately claiming that everyone took a break from the war preparation for no reason? Exactly. Madara can burn the universe away. Easy. True, he can. It's stated, so I believe it. Oh look, Sakura getting fucked up again, and by Genjutsu. Wise man talking in whispers and half breaths. I don't know. That's kind of just Sage's style. I don't know. Naruto characters are barely moon level. A lot of people do that. Who wins, Kitana or Sakura? Kitana from MK? Kitana. Also, I've been came to this conclusion about characters. Yes, Kai. Pretty sure Sasuke is making Ab scared of granting higher scale. Sasuke? No, Nick. Sasuke. Kage loses to Vanessa for real. That's her name. Well, Naruto is stupid, so let's So it's consistent, but we know he isn't Homer freaking Simpson. Katana then because she's beaten characters that scale and rival Elder Gods on her own. Hell, a lot of characters in MK get scaled to Elder Gods. Multiverse of Naruto is wild. Yo, I'm ready. Hey, okay, got you. Hey, got you, bro. We're gonna set up the Discord. Naruto is low moon level. Bleach and Dragon Ball is planetary. Damn, I guess Kirito is multiversal because people in his verse were trapped in a VR. I mean, Genjutsu. Kirito isn't even moon level, lol. So every Bleach character is uni because Inner World has countless Reishi. I like shit. Hey, what's good, Red? How you doing, bro? What up, Trip? Did you find anything in the field yet? Also, the Leaf Village is 100 kilometers in size. By the way, Katakura Town is only 10 miles. Is there some relevance to us finding the size of Katakura Town and the Leaf Village? Is there some relevance to that? I'm moon level 2. Also, Sensei is only universal for what I saw. Don't know where people get the most multiversal stuff from. Ab-stract, let's watch Chakra and Naruto is confusing. We might have to do that another time because Ignil is ready to stream. All right. Okay. Now, how do we do this before? Oh, am I already in here? Allow Discord to use your microphone. Sure. Yo. Oh, that just turned it on. I don't think I called. All right. See. Well, it looks like Discord is not detecting any input from your mic. Let's fix that. Why would it not be detecting any input from my mic? Yo. Ig, what's good, bro? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me in the chat? Now, let me see. Yo. Ig, where we at, bro? Oh, hold up. Turn that down. Always allow. Is it the fact that I'm using a mic, or is it cool? MSDL Spizo. Yo. Oh shit, lagging. All right, is it the fact that? Let's see real quick. Yo, can you hear me? Yo, you hear me? Ignil. Can you hear me? You know what? Let me do this. Yo. Ig.
Hello?
Yo, we good? God damn it. I know my shit's on, bro.
Hello?
Hold up. I hear you, homie. What is going on? Is it OBS? Well, it looks like Discord is not detecting any input from your mic. Hold up, let me try troubleshooting this real quick. I don't have time for that. Don't have time for that. I'm gonna disconnect and try and call again. Hello, hello, hello. Output. Input. Oh, shit. Hold up. I got you. Input device. Hold up. I got you. All right. Let's connect that to here. No. P. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Brody. We should be good now. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me? Yo, yo, yo. Input, PNB device. All right. Yo, 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 yo. All right, now I just think I'm lagging. What did we do last time? I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Okay. Okay, you can hear me. That means I have to do something on my end. Let's see. System output. Yeah, output should be the AirPod Pros. Let me see. Is it? I have to write this shit down next time. Is it within OBS? I gotta change it. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Okay. You can hear me. That means. Yo, yo, yo. Not yet. Still can't hear nothing. What did I do before, bro? I know I heard you. Hello, hello, hello. Apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. Did you add Discord to output or add on the input? That's a good question. So what I did was I added my microphone to the input because that's what's in. Discord actually isn't an option. Well, no, I did give Discord control of my thing. Let me see, bro. What did we do last time? You can hear me, but I can't hear you. Did you add Discord to output or add on the input? That's a good question. Let me see. So what I did was I added my microphone to the input because that's what's in. All right, let me. If I put it on. Discord actually isn't an option. Hey, Ig, just keep talking, bro, because we're gonna get this shit right. We gonna get this shit right. What did we do last time? What do I fucking do? You can hear Oh, hold up. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. I see your joint lighting up. Output device, OBS, desktop audio. Just keep speaking, bro. Are you using OBS? I am using OBS. I am using OBS. We're in settings. Input device. See, I don't know. Did I do this with headphones last time? Let me check the last stream we did, bro. No, that might take too long. Output device, MacBook speakers. Yo, yo, yo. Nothing? Goddamn, bro. What the fuck? Because I can hear shit too, but I can't. What is going on with this shit, bro? OBS. I don't think. Okay, you don't think I use headphones? All right. Let's take off the headphones real quick. And. Yo, yo, yo. Nothing. Okay, let's switch my input and output over here. Oh, what's he calling me? Settings. MacBook Air. Output device, MacBook Air. Yo, yo, yo. Still nothing, bro. All right, let me check in OBS. Let me check in OBS. Okay. All right, let's do. All right, you know what? We're going to. I almost want to end stream. You know, yeah, guys, real quick, we're gonna end stream and start.